Hey y'all, I'm Brooke Hoover, a Louisiana native, actor, writer, and comedian. I've lost 100 pounds through diet and exercise, or shall I say, lifestyle changes. My 20-year and counting health journey has taught me that just like taking a diet pill for weight loss, body positivity doesn't magically happen overnight. I'm working on regaining my self-esteem and rekindling my love affair with Cajun and Southern comfort food in a healthier way, all the while juggling eating as clean as I can, reestablishing myself in the entertainment industry, which, as we know, is historically fat-phobic, all the while showing my inner fat girl some love. That's fat with a PH. Pretty hot and tempting. Let me tell y'all a tale or two.
Hey y'all, it's Hoover's Halloween Costume Tales Part 2. Excerpted and adapted for my solo show, Fat Girl Costumes. So will little Brooke triumph over the brain and soul-sucking power of self-deprecation? I sure hope so. So let's continue, y'all. So my dad, we talked a lot about Mama last week and building the Halloween costumes. Yes, building, because they were a true event. But my dad, Hoover Bob, bless his heart, he used to dress up for Halloween too. Actually, he still does. Every single year since 2003, without fail, he's been SpongeBob. This happened after the big divorce of 1994, so Mama didn't make that costume of his. It was just a costume in a bag. The gift that keeps on giving. But back in the 80s when I was a little kid, Hoover Bob went all out, not just as Big Bird for a Halloween-themed birthday party or Frankenstein with a 4-foot-tall head, but also as Buckwheat the Clown. See, my dad's involved with the Shriners, an organization of old dudes who wear fezzes and do charity events to raise money for burned and crippled children. Google it. I jest, but the Shriners do raise a lot of money and awareness for the Shriners hospitals, and they do help a lot of children and their families, and the families never have to pay a cent. Basically, it's like St. Jude, but for children who have burns and other physical ailments, for lack of my better word of doctor knowledge right here. So anyways, the Shriners hold an annual circus as a fundraiser for their children's hospital, and some of the Shriners dress up as clowns and participate. So every year I go with my dad to the Shrine Circus, and I'm jazzed because I think I'll get to do some pretty fun behind the scenes circus stuff with my dad, which I've done in the past years. But this year my dad says, "Brooke, I won't be portraying Buckwheat the Tramp Clown this year. I'm potentate and I've got potential business to handle. I'm going to send you on over to clown school for the morning with Mr. George Scanlon, Mr. Bug King, and Mr. Shorty LeBon." But Dad, I protest, "Brooke, there are a lot of children in the Shriners Hospital right now suffering from burns who would love to be dressing up as a clown right now, so you hush." Hoover Bob, the king of not letting your only child daughter be extra since 1981. I love him for that. So, Mr. Shorty, a.k.a. Backhoe the Clown. Y'all, I know these names. I did not come up with them. Let's just pretend the Acacia Shriners of Baton Rouge were clearly not very well aware, and let's just keep it moving. So Backhoe the Clown says, "Come on over here now, Brooke, and have a seat. I'm going to make you into the best clown there ever was." So Backhoe, aka Mr. Shorty, starts smearing thick primary colors of makeup onto my porcelain skin. The makeup is heavy as all get out. It's gloopy and thick, and it might give me pimples. And then Backhoe the Clown squeezes a red clown wig over my head, and he says, "I hereby name you Sassy, the Sad Clown, because you look kind of sad for some reason. Cheer up, darling, you're a clown. Now say cheese, Brooke. Sassy." I will be posting a photo of this on my Instagram, of course, y'all, at Brooke Hoover. O's are zeros. You'll want to check it out, unless you're terrified of clowns. Backhoe, the clown, then makes me go over and take a group picture with the other clowns and the other children, and they all seem to be having a grand time of it. I guess they're not terrified of clowns. I guess they're not self-deprecating pre-teenagers. I mean, there's some kids in this little group. They're like a fun little clown clique, and they all have like this similar cutesy makeup. And then there's like this 10-year-old Cajun boy who looks like the clown version of Al Capone. Now, for my Boardwalk Empire fans, I threw that in there for y'all. Y'all will know the reference. And then there's a kid who's like dressed up as a lion. He gets to be a lion, for God's sakes. He's cute. He's special. I'm the outsider, even in clown school. I dressed myself that day before the circus in my baggiest, kind of most asexual 90s clothing. Y'all remember that? It was very boxy. So check it. I was wearing like a loose shirt with horizontal stripes. Yes, horizontal stripes. And very baggy capri pants. And I look like I could be part of Crisscross. Gonna make you jump. Y'all remember them? My dad and I used to love them. So I wore this kind of outfit so I could just kind of fade to the background and not be seen. Not so much different from how I was when I was much younger. This was like the exact opposite of a sexy, skimpy, girly outfit, cutesy costume. Clothes like this baggy 90s kind of outfit were my wardrobe for the past couple years, and they would be for the next several years, because that's what I told myself I had to wear. So with all the clown makeup on, and the wig, I walk over to look at myself in this full-length mirror. I look at this body I don't want to own. I don't want it to be part of me. And now I look at a face covered in makeup, black eyebrows, looks more like a man, like a 50-year-old man, than a 10, 11-year-old girl, and it's a face that isn't mine anymore. So I tell myself, the message I put into my head at that age is, now not only does my body have to be covered, my face has to be covered up as well. Isn't it ironic, Alanis Morissette and friends, that by being completely covered, I'm totally exposed? I tell myself this is what I deserve. My weird, chubby, fat self deserves to be an ugly clown who doesn't even fit in with a troupe of clowns. Bless my heart. Now, mind you, the year before Sexy Harem Girl, I was in fact a court jester. That was my Halloween costume then. But that is so different from clown, because court jester is so Elizabethan, and it has a certain je ne sais quoi. I mean, and it's a fabulous Anne Olivier Hoover design. But now, here at the Shrine Circus Clown School, not only am I forced to be a clown against my own free will, it shows me that when I do dress up in a costume, this is what I'm relegated to be from here on out: a dumpy, frumpy, sad clown. Despite my dad's honest attempt, y'all, my years of costume and body repression continue. I keep getting fatter, and I keep holding on to my own self-deprecation like a shield, like a battle wound, because it's easier to make fun of myself before someone else does, or at least so I think. I was not even 13 years old yet. I hadn't even started my period, and already I've succumbed to hating on myself like we're all told to do so, from teenage women to postmenopausal women. Why? Can we stop now, y'all? Will I stay in this funk forever, though? Or will I bring in the noise, bring in funk? Shout out Savion Glover. So tune in next week for my last Halloween costume-themed episode on Halloween itself and this 3-part saga inspired by my solo show, Fat Girl Costumes. And y'all, spoiler alert, it does get better.
Thanks so much for listening, y'all. It is my hope to inspire, uplift, and entertain you with this Who's Dat Fat Girl podcast. So, if you're hungry for more, you can book me to speak or perform my solo show that inspired this podcast, Fat Girl Costumes, written by yours truly and directed by Brian Lady at your virtual or in-person event. Please visit brookehoover.com/fluffybuttproductions or email me at contactbrookhoover@gmail.com for more info. And let's follow each other on Instagram. I'm at Brooke Hoover, and the O's in my name are not the letter O, they're zeros. Not because I want to be a size 0, but because I guess I'm just so clever with my late 90s Yahoo self. And if you like this podcast, which I really hope you do, please give me a 5-star rating and write a review on Apple Podcasts. And most importantly, share this with your friends, family, and other people you may know who are as fat as we are. That's fat with a PH.